But in general, whatever the outcomes of Trump's peacemaking efforts for the civilized part of the world, it will be very difficult to come to terms with these outcomes because indeed there is no sign of punishment for Russia from these outcomes yet. And I suspect that the decision of the American ruler will, of course, cause pain to millions. America has, as I already mentioned, relinquished its duties of the supreme arbiter of justice. This is a business approach. This image is costly, and moreover, it is outdated. No one on the planet is responsible for freedom, law, or truth anymore. And it's only about some security guarantees and about some new agreements. But there is nothing more amusing than international agreements. In general, remember, any agreement only works until the moment someone wants to break it. Security guarantees have already been given to Ukraine. They are worth nothing. As it turned out, Europe, as soon as all this, let's say, in the Trump project comes back, will pull the blanket over itself and continue its endless slumber. Because the alarm clock of this terrible war will fall silent. Yes, all these guarantees have already been given. There was the Budapest Memorandum, which guaranteed Ukraine's territorial integrity in exchange for giving up nuclear weapons. And the guarantors at that time were the United States of America. But probably it's time for everyone to get used to the fact that all these talks about treaties and guarantees are all empty. In general, the reality, the new reality that has come, which is already palpable, is absolutely not to blame for the fact that this reality does not match your perceptions of it. Trying to measure and evaluate today's reality with old standards can only lead to madness. A new era has arrived, an era of evil audacity and the lawlessness of dictators, an era of blood and spectacle. Evaluating it with old humanistic standards is foolish. The one who first understands the new rules of the game will win. And it will probably be necessary to come to terms with wild injustice, which will be after the war, when pedophiles remain heroes, Russia unpunished, and the opportunity to dismantle Russia as a state is missed. This moment, you must agree, was very convenient, but Trump missed it. But by the way, you can't blame him alone, because if he had seen Europe as different, not just declarative, not just talking, not weak, Trump would have behaved differently. Europe in the face of Putin's fascism repeats exactly its impotence in the face of Hitler's fascism. And the new era, yes, there's little joy, because nobility, all sorts of honors, all go straight to the trash. And there is no doubt that Russia will still look relatively decent in this whole situation. Well, in principle, it might provide a new reason for it to be dismantled. It has nowhere to go. Its fangs are itching. It knows nothing but wars, looting, and repressions. And its need to assert itself hasn't gone anywhere. It is, in general, like an intellectual space and culture. Absolutely barren. Although, to be fair, one cannot deny its certain successes, in some areas tremendous successes. It managed to become a global trendsetter, a trendsetter for triumphant boorishness, a trendsetter for criminals in power. This is its huge geopolitical success, and yet it is still evil. It's a nastiness. Fashionable nowadays. It will spread because it set an example. So it turns out it's possible. And perhaps it will remain unpunished. And such examples, oh, they are toxic. Perhaps the foundations, of Europe will last another 10 years. Do not forget that they will be shaken from the outside, undermined from within by migrants. And over time, perhaps even the foundations of Europe will fall. And then the epidemic of triumphant boorishness. And crime will become total. But in general, it must be said that old, beautiful reality, to which we all belong in one way or another, because we were raised in it, still has very serious forces. Serious forces, including science. All the old culture and all the old orders are on its side. But the new reality also has colossal forces, because the cave, dissolved in human blood, possesses enormous potentials. By the way, in fact, this Pleistocene, which once shaped and created the hills,